All right, I want to talk about something that's kind of near and dear to my heart, and that is Ratchet and Clank. Like that game has, oh my goodness, it's brought me so much joy growing up. And I was just thinking about this the other day because I had gotten sick, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play some Ratchet and Clank because I'm gonna play the PS4 version, but well, at least for me, the OG version is the PS2. I know for my friends that had the PS1, y'all like you're more partial to probably the first Ratchet and Clank on the PS1. But if you can't tell by the clicking, I've also played Ratchet and Clank right this second. So, but that game brought me so much joy as a kid. Oh my goodness, it was such a good distraction, and probably still one of my favorite games to play. Just I miss 2-player games so much, because growing up I had played it with my dad all the time, and we would just we would just play it for hours. It was so replayable because you would have your small little mini games where it was I remember this one, you're in this big, basically open circle, and you have a bunch of zombies coming after you, and you're just trying to fight them off. And so I always like to set the little things down that would be like pew 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 for me, and I was like, yeah, and I would just run around and try to take not that much damage, and I was like, yeah, and my dad would be like, get behind the shields, you dumb child, what are you doing? So we would do that, and then there was other parts of the game where it was actual levels where it's oh, you can go right or left, and it was okay, we have to go left, but we also have to go right because we have to finish this part before we finish the other part. And I was and so you would I just feel like there was so much more freedom in that one, and instead of the PS4, it's kind of like Ratchet and Clank are kind of I don't know, they just feel like the same character. I guess it's because he's just attached to Ratchet's back, and the only time you get to really play as Clank is if it's the small oh yeah, Clank's just kind of doing some of the behind the scenes stuff and running away from this big other giant robot that's just trying to kill him. And I'm that is so disappointing, so disappointing, because I remember playing as a kid. I always wanted to be Clank. Clank is such a cute character. Clank is he's so tiny, but he can do so much. He's so just big and powerful of a character that I'm why would you just stick him on Ratchet's back? Meh. No one really cares about him. He's fine. They even kind of make jokes about it a little bit in the in the game, when he's in the game. It's when Ratchet's about to get his suit and everything, and they're just oh, we're gonna stick him with, I think it's Alana or something like that. We're just going to stick them with them. Yeah, they can just kind of hang out, it's whatever. And it's bro, Ratchet fixed the freaking, the ship so we could even, get the Blarg robots and shoot them at the big ship to kill the big ship. What? No, he is not a small character. Besides the point, I'm going on a rant. I'm getting angry. It's just, I can tell that the people in that, I guess, they love the game, but it just still doesn't hold the original love for the game. It's just kind of, it's a little sad, it is. And some of the mechanics are just really clunky. It's just, I'll be trying to step forward to be oh yeah, I'm gonna smash that box, and it's nope, you're gonna go to this cutscene, and it's forcing your head position over there, and it's no, I will walk over to that scene. I know I have to go talk to that person. It says talk above their head. I'm gonna go over there. I want to smash these boxes first, or I need to get health, or whatever. But it's like, it's so frustrating.